we're back.
Hey everybody, this is Brandon, and welcome to another episode of Blue Island Radio Podcast TV. If you spent any amount of time online these days, or especially social media, you've probably noticed some of these challenges out there where people are asking you to post an album a day for 10 days, or post the album of a cover that greatly influenced your taste in music, or maybe an album that you listened to while you were in high school. So I thought I would take the challenge, if you will, and talk about this album here. It's Scumdogs of the Universe by GWAR. Now this is an album that, yes, I did listen to while I was in high school, and I still listen to today. And I'm not sure how much it actually influenced my taste in music, but it definitely had an influence and an impact, for better or for worse. And I thought I'd talk about it a little bit today because it's also celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. It was originally released in January of 1990. All right, so before I talk about it, I thought I'd flash back a few years to the year 1989. I was a sophomore in high school, starting at a new school again in Minneapolis, Minnesota, De La Salle. And here's my yearbook picture from that year. Some people say I look a little angry. I don't know about angry. I think I just maybe look like a kid who started again at a new school, not knowing anybody, and I had a mouthful of braces. I was a little reluctant to smile, I suppose. And I also hate getting my picture taken, but I digress. Anyways, while I spent a year in Minneapolis, and while I was there, I saw a number of shows at the great club First Avenue there, where they filmed Purple Rain and what have you. And anyways, one of the shows I saw there was the Dead Milkmen. And I'll always remember they had two stickers on their keyboard. The singer Rodney Amadeus had a keyboard, and from the audience I could see there was two stickers. One of them on one side was Killdozer, great band name and movie, if you like. And on the other side there was four letters that I'd never seen arranged together before. GWAR, GWAR, which I don't know, for some reason captured my imagination and got my wheels turning, like, what the hell is GWAR? It sounded like a blunt instrument that you'd get beaten over the head with, or something so crude, just and primitive, and I don't know, violent in a way, sort of, in a very simple, crude way. Anyways, it definitely got me thinking, like, and wanting to find out more about what this GWAR thing was. But I focused on the show at hand and put a pin in that for the time being. Flash forward a little bit to the end of the school year, and I'm moving back to where we came from, back to the San Fernando Valley, which I detested, but we had to go back. So we went back to California, starting over at yet another new school, new person once again, didn't know anybody. But right as the school year was starting, I noticed an ad in the paper that was advertising a show for GWAR. GWAR was coming to town, and I was determined to see them. But I had no friends. I had no driver's license, no car, no prospects whatsoever. Very little chance of actually getting to the GWAR show. But a couple of weeks into school, I noticed that there was this girl. I noticed her before, but now I really noticed her. She was a few lockers down from me, and I noticed her especially this time because she was wearing a GWAR t-shirt. And a watch actually, that was shaped like a spider that you press the button and the top of it pops open. That and the GWAR t-shirt got me, really noticed her. And so normally I would never have the courage to go up and talk to a stranger, let alone a strange girl in high school. I'm very shy that way, and but I had to get to the show. So I find the courage to go up to her and introduce myself and immediately jump into, I noticed you're wearing a GWAR t-shirt. They're coming to town soon. Do you have tickets? Do you have a ride? Can I please get a ride with you? Please. I'm going to call her Annie. We did become friends for a while until she found religion and decided not to talk to me anymore. But anyways, I'll call her Annie. And we did, like I said, become friends, but we did not go see GWAR on that particular occasion. It wasn't until, I don't know, maybe almost a year later, I think, until finally they came back to town, to Santa Barbara, actually, which was quite a ride from the valley. But by this time, I had a friend. I had made a friend who had a car. And so we were able to actually get to the show this time. I do remember that opening up the show was Agony Column from Austin, Texas. And their claim to fame, I don't remember much more about them, but their claim to fame was that the bass player had his bass was shaped like a lightning bolt. And from the tip of the lightning bolt to the end of the neck, it measured about, I think, 6 feet across. And that's what I remember about them. The second act, and this was my first time seeing them, and I loved them. I saw them a number of times after this, was L7. Hysterical and great. And they came out dressed like GWAR'S slave mistress, or the fire-breathing and juggling slave lady named Slemenstra Hyman. And they insulted the audience. It was great because they deserved it. And then GWAR, of course, comes out. And I mention that I, of course, dressed in a plain white t-shirt to soak up as much of the blood and body fluids flying from the stage, which there was plenty. And it's always going to be one of the best shows, most memorable shows I've ever seen in my life. So then we get to this, the album. That was the album that they were touring on at that time, Scumdogs of the Universe. And I've owned this album in pretty much every form besides 8-track that you can own: a cassette, CD, MP3, of course, and then now finally vinyl. A lot of people, I guess, go through midlife crisis, I don't know, and buy, I don't know, sports cars, or try and date people half their age, whatever. I buy records. That's what I do, buy records. So there's the cover. There's the back of the cover. There you see Slemenstra Hyman there with her slaves hooked up there. And I don't know what the original vinyl, if it came out with this pop-up or not, but it has a nice little pop-up there, which is nice. And if I have any complaint about having this on vinyl, it's only that I'm used to listening to it on cassette or CD, where all the songs just kind of roll into each other. Because on this one, it's a 2-disc set. And so Love Surgery, which normally would bleed into, automatically go into Death Pod, just seamlessly, it gets chopped up by having to flip over the record. That's my only complaint. Other than that, occasionally Sick of You is their popular song, or the one they had a video for. They may have had a couple other videos that I sometimes skip over. That and Slaughterama. It's kind of a novelty song. Other than that, from end to end, it's a great album. Never get tired of it. Scumdogs of the Universe. Give it a listen if you haven't already. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you like the videos that we're posting, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Otherwise, this is Brandon signing off. Go in peace, and try not to eat your neighbors. Thank you.